The narrative of Ms.Laura Redmoun. She said, the funny thing about me is, as a present to the white folks, right off, they's looking for my mammy to have a baby, and God bless. I was born twins, a boy and a girl. When I was 6 months old, Miss Gusta, my old Missy's daughter, marries Mr. Scruggs. I was give to her for a wedding present. Miss Gusta am proud of me, and I slept right at the foot of her bed. We lived at 144 3rd Exchange Street in Memphis. She didn't have but 2 slaves, me and Lucy, the cook. Lord, I didn't know I was no slave. I thunk I was white and plumb indifferent from niggas. I was right surprised when I find out I was just like the other black faces. I had a good time, and us just played around and got devilment. Sometimes Mr. Scruggs would say, "It's gonna whip that brat." Miss Gusta always say, "You ain't gonna lay your hands on her. If you does, I'm gonna quit you." Miss Gusta was indifferent to Mr. Scruggs in quality. He fooled her to marry him, letting on he got a lot of things he ain't. Seen soldiers all toggered up in uniforms and marching and waving at time. They waves at me. I didn't know what it's all about. Miss Gusta always took me to church, and most of the time I went to sleep by her feet. But when I gets about 8, the Lord gets to working right inside of me, and I perked up and listens. Pretty soon the glory of God sended right down on me, and I didn't know nothing else. On the way up in the ridges across the creek, on a footlong, stays up around the caves in a tall cane in grass. For 3 days they found me. Done heard me praising God and shout, "Got Jesus." They find me. They done take me home, and Miss Gusta said, "You ain't in no fitting condition to join the church right now. You just calm down." When I was 9 years old, she takes me to Trevisan St. Baptist Church and lets me join. I was baptized in the Mississippi River right there at Memphis. At that time, the Federals come into Memphis, scare the daylight out of folks. Gustus calls me to wrap my hair, her jewelry under the plaits, and pulls them back and pins them down. She got her silverware and give it to me. I run to the garden and buries it. Come right up in the house, and Mr. Scruggs runs out the back door and tries to leap the rail fence in the backyard. Watch the seat of his pants on the top of the rail. It's just dangling till the Federals pull him down. He went into the smokehouse and got all the sugar and rice, rode it up and down the streets, and not caring. All the victuals was scarcer, hen's teeth in them part. Then Miss Gusta tell me I wasn't no slave no more, but shucks. Didn't mean nothing to me, 'cause I ain't never knowed I was one. When I was 17, Miss Gusta sickened and suffered in her bed terrible fashion. She begs the doctor to tell her if she's dying, he could clear up her business. Took up 3 days and fixed things up. Told me he didn't want to leave me friendless and alone. He wanted me to get married. I had a man I think well of marrying. Gusta gave me away on her bed at the wedding in her room. She told my husband not to cuff me none. I'd never been abused in my life. To this day he never hit me a lick in my life. First baby was born the year of the yellow fever in New Orleans. I had 6 children, but they all died from creeping spasms. Advertised around in the papers to find my mammy, and she comes and lives with me. She was in pitiful shape. Before the season of the war, her master done sold her. The man what bought her wasn't so light on her. Said he made her wear breeches and tote big heavy logs and plow with the oxes. Husband was a good man and a good worker. We farm work for white folk. Took a notion to come to Texas. I've been in these parts ever since.